Good morning. This morning I'm reading through a state complaint that I got back from my daughter, and I just have to say I am so disheartened with the way that the system does not work for our kids. We follow all the steps, we go to all the meetings, we bring in all the information, and things don't work. And it's not just me, it's many other parents who are experiencing the same difficulty, and it's hard to keep the faith. It's hard to think that something's going to change for our kids. I got this yesterday, and somehow, even though the IEP team has not considered the medical recommendations, the neuropsychological recommendations that we provided to the team in January, and it's now the middle of October, and nothing has been done about those recommendations. Nothing has changed in the IEP. Nothing has been addressed. Somehow that's okay. And it's not just okay with the IEP team. It's not just okay with the local school system that I've reached out to over and over. It's also okay with the state. It's okay that hasn't occurred. And it's okay that these systems that are not designed for my kids, that are not designed for our kids, they're designed to keep the system exactly the way that it is, to continue to make sure that the resources go to the people with the power and the people with the privilege, and not to the people who need them, not to the children who are struggling to close the gaps. We're told if things don't work out, just file a complaint. If you just file a complaint, then we can look into it and we can fix it. And that is, it's a betrayal. It's a betrayal, because what happens is the systematic and systemic bias continues to be promoted over and over again. At each step along the way, it's said to be okay. And you're told that it's okay for this to happen to your child. It's okay for this to happen to other children. It's okay. I sit through meetings. I go to state level decision makers, and I talk about the challenges our kids face, and day in and day out and year after year, things stay the same. And they stay the same because the bias is within the system itself. And there is no one to turn to. There's no one to appeal. When you receive a complaint and the complaint is not favorable and it goes against everything you and everyone else knows to be right and true, there's nowhere to turn. There's nowhere to go to. There's no one to reach out to say this isn't okay, and that this child deserves to have the supports that the people who work with her say are needed. And we need to look at that, and we need to figure out how to do it, and we need to make sure that she's having the same equal access to her quality education that every other child is entitled to receive. And not just for my child, but for the children who are stuck in low-performing schools that we ignore time in and time out. Why does the system not change? And what can we do to come together, to bring our voices together, and to make a change? Because this is not right.